In a world full of Dungeons and Dragons content, Jamazing presents a new way of playing the classic tabletop game. Welcome to DM Roulette, a game where the players rotate who the Dungeon Master will be each month. No need to sift through countless episodes to figure out what's going on here. Each adventure will begin and end in 3 parts. And don't you worry, the beloved cast of characters will stay consistent from adventure to adventure, unless they die. So, without further ado, let's start the next episode of DM Roulette.
Hello everyone, welcome back to DM Roulette. Before we get started in our next adventure, I do have a couple announcements to make. The first one is that next week will be our break week for October. So we are playing the part 1 this week. Next week we're taking a break, and then part 2 and 3 will be the last 2 weeks of October. Second announcement is that I have set up a sticker panel down below the channel. So if you want, they're free. You can click them and they'll paste the whatever you pick on the overlay for everyone to see. It'll randomly get put somewhere on the screen. So you guys might see some of my emotes popping up at one point or another. And the third one is that I ended kind of the last session without revealing or announcing, I guess, that everyone became level 5. So after getting trapped in snow globes and getting trapped in an iceberg and getting trapped in an underground labyrinth, our characters have learned enough to go up to level 5. So we are all happy to be stronger. And that's it for announcements. And I'm going to pass the reins over to our our current DM, which is Matt. Take it away.
All right, so having learned nothing, you all awaken inside of a trap. And
A level 5 trap.
a level 5 trap. It's much more fiendish and vicious than a regular one. No, okay, so we have recently left the labyrinth surrounding Minos' hometown. And suddenly you all receive a sending spell. And you hear the voice of Arlong Geld, the mayor of the jungle village of Shuk that you saved from necromancers a little while ago. It says, "The city of Amon Tor is requesting help from nearby adventurers. You all are somewhere around there, right? Even if you aren't, go help them out. They keep interrupting me while I'm working. I'm sure they'll pay you something or other. Go on." And as it turns out, you are fairly close to the city of Amon Tor, an elven city nestled in the mountains and well known for being home to a number of powerful wizards.
Oh.
Didn't they have a book stolen?
They did. Well, a book about them was stolen by said necromancers.
What a convenient! I have a letter for them.
Not that convenient, Jen.
I'm gonna assume that we're gonna end that statement with "go" and head off.
We love a good cliffhanger.
Cast is hogging all the bandwidth.
I have other videos playing.
So on the way up through the mountains, Ironjaw will announce that it is once again time for his shutdown cycle to perform maintenance and possibly figure out what's going on with his soul that was acting up recently. And he will join you a little while later.
Last time
After
this
2 days
happened, a
travel-
wizard died.
It's okay. Your wizard is hiding for the moment,
Yeah.
so you should be safe for today.
Today.
But you do eventually approach a city nestled in the mountains. So you have to pass over a large bridge over a canyon, and you see a very large, very clean city that's clearly been built with the help of magic. So the streets are paved in marble. There are tall towers of all sorts scattered throughout. So one thing that isn't in this image, but it would be clear as you're looking around, is that there are a variety of magically tall towers of all sorts of different designs. So very unique from one to another. Some are rickety wooden contraptions, some are brass filigreed pillars, some are twisted and spiked onyx fortresses, all shining with arcane energy and magics. Of the people actually down on the street, you'll see most of them are elves of one sort or another. And if you approach anyone around the entrance, they will direct you to the town guard, who would be the ones putting out the posting. So, near the entrance, you see a solid gray stone keep. Not quite as tall as the wizard's towers, but still taller than you'd expect a regular tower to be. And a few guards kind of wave you in and say you can find A09 at the top. She's the captain of the guard, and she's the one that was looking for adventurers.
Is Oliver with us?
So if you're... I'm assuming Oliver is with you.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
We city of
And can
wizards.
answer simple questions.
So we were in a trap and then we were brought here?
No, you weren't in a trap.
That was
think
a
the trap was
joke,
a
Cass.
joke.
Guys, I can't.
Oh, God.
No glove. Are we in a place called Lab as a labyrinth? I don't understand. I'm so confused.
You had started this whole scene, like picturing it in your head that we were in a trap too.
Yes, I'm like, okay, pay attention. You got this.
No, you have been traveling with your wagon and your stuff for the last few days.
Is that a metaphor, though?
No, it's a regular wagon. Iron
Okay.
John needs somewhere to lay down while he's recharging.
Okay.
Is it an illusion wagon? Do we need to check?
I think you're good. It seems solid when you sit on it.
Oh, okay.
So we're in Wizard
Okay.
Town.
So you're in Wizard Town. Yes, the guard captain seems to be the one interested in talking to adventurers. They need some kind of help. You're not quite sure what. If there's anything else you want to do before going to talk to Captain of the Guard, you are of course welcome to do that. But you have been directed to a tower fairly near the entrance, where the town guard hang out.
So what is the job, guard person? You there?
I'm not quite sure. Again, Guard Captain Halona is the one that actually sent out the call. But she's at the top of the tower here. You guys can go on in. It's only a few hundred feet up.
Oh, do you have an escalator or something? I mean,
Oh, just take the
these shoes
stairs.
aren't-
You'll be fine.
Yeah, these shoes aren't really made for stepping all those steps. I mean, we got our steps in getting up the mountain past here. We were just wondering, could I be carried? Is maybe what I'm trying to get at here.
Well, we don't
I'm
usually do
walking.
carrying, but I can
Oh,
assure
honey,
you, Miss.
Immediately, B just jumps like flops into his arms and be like, "Oh, honey, you're so sweet. I really appreciate it. You can tell me all about this boss ass bitch on the way up."
All right, so the guard kind of staggers a little bit and then says, I guess it's
damn!
easier to show than tell at this point.
Don't
so he'll
you
lead
dare
you
make a strength check.
in. Nope. So he'll carry you in. He'll kind of like kick open the door and carry you across the
Wow.
threshold. And you see at the inside, it's a fairly large tower, and there are landings every kind of 30 feet, say, with a variety of doors. There's clearly rooms, but this is a spiral staircase going up the guard tower, with the only difference from a normal spiral staircase being that each individual step is about 10 feet high.
Oh,
So
what?
you effectively just see a cliff or a kind of solid stone wall, and 10 feet above you, there's something you could reach up to, and then 10 feet above that, there's another one, and 10 feet above that. And the guard says, "Watch, it's really easy," and he throws B.
Oh,
No. No strength check, please. She's so light and dainty.
no strength check. As soon as you leave his arms, you realize that there's a low gravity spell in effect, and you just
Oh.
float up the first 3 stairs to the first landing.
Oh, that's fun.
And so the guards can kind of easily keep an eye on everything from a high vantage point, but they don't need to spend very much energy getting back up and down all of these stairs.
Ooh.
I'll look at Miles and be like, "Come on, darling. I'm not gonna throw myself."
Okay, do you
Yes,
want to
this
ride
is-
me like
this
a
clearly-
rocket?
Yes.
This is clearly a staircase that people must be thrown up. This is what we've learned.
I put Rocket on my back and I do my wind up, like just crouch into a squat, and then I just leap up into the cow jumped over the moon.
Yes, so you might overleap a little bit and kind of bounce off the wall, but no harm done. It's not a lot of actual force to slam you into anything, so you're past me up near kind of the second landing and some of the ways up to the top. But everyone, if you're willing or able, can just kind of hop up and you will very quickly make it the few hundred feet to the top of the tower. Kind of hop, skip, and jumping your way up.
Oh, this is really fun. I should travel like this all the time.
So you see way down at the bottom, the guard that kind of threw you initially kind of waved and says, "See, I told you it wasn't so bad."
Yeah,
And then he'll go back to his post.
The problem is there's more steps. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
She's gonna wait.
turned around, and so he's just walked back out. He's guarding the outside of the door.
B casts prestidigitation to cast a little puff of wind on the back of his neck, and
Hey!
and then just goes up,
kind of
just like
shivers
a
again.
spiteful puff.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So once you've all kind of floated or bounced or otherwise stumbled your way to the top, you see a pair of doors with kind of large brass rings that you can use to knock.
I knocked.
All right. And you're told to enter. So enter.
Oh, okay. Push our way in or pull our way in, I guess. Whichever
Yeah,
way opens
pull
the
the
door.
doors open.
Well, I definitely was
might
still
have
on
to
you
get it
when I
wrong
knocked.
twice before figuring out which way, how it's supposed to go.
So yes, you open it up to an office at the very top with a large kind of window leading to a balcony that you can see overlooks the entire city, including kind of the mountains beside you, a large waterfall falling off of the steep kind of mountainside.
Oh.
And inside the office is an elf. She's a stern kind of female elf. She's got short hair, purple eyes, and she kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, adventurers, right?
Oh, yeah, that's
Perfect.
us.
Come in.
We're here for the job interview.
Good. Finally, someone. I've been sending spells and messages all over the place. It's almost like there are no adventurers, but this one group wandering around.
Have you tried the postal service?
Well, no, those are made of postal delivery people, aren't they? They're not adventurers.
I mean, clearly, I meant to distribute your message, of course.
Oh,
I hear
of
they're
course,
very
to send
reliable.
out the messages. Yes. But we do have some wizards here. I can send sending spells. They're a little quicker, even if not always as reliable. But I'm glad you've made it here, and I suppose you brought your own postal service members, so I can get in touch with you more easily later. Fantastic.
No, that was really awkward.
What a great plug Beatrice just gave to Peter.
Since you brought it up, I'll talk about it, I suppose. But really, I do need some assistance. I've had a whole bunch of kind of hints around the city that there might be necromancers coming in to attack. There's been activity in the jungles not too far away. There's been activity in the dinosaur valleys nearby. It's clear that the necromancers are up to something, and it seems like they might be trying to get something from Amon Tor itself, so I expect some sort of attack. But I'm having a hard time convincing the ruling Wizards Council that it's something they need to worry about. They're all very confident in their own powers, and they just keep telling me to handle it since I'm the town guard. I mean, that is my job, but also I don't particularly feel like handling a whole bunch of necromancers that are trying to get something if I can get some additional help, and so I'd like to enlist some adventurers to do a few things that I, in my position as guard captain, am not currently allowed to do.
You tried dinosaurs.
Oh yes, have you not heard of the Great Dinosaur Valleys near Toremon? They're full of all kinds of interesting things. There's brontosaurs, there's ankylosaurs, there's T-Rexes. They're fantastic beasts. I'm glad they're not in the city, of course, but they're very majestic, and they move in packs or herds.
This isn't the first time that a necromancer attacked a wizard tower.
See, you're exactly right. You've already heard of these things. So something's happening, but I don't currently know what. I would assume if they're coming to Amon Tor that they need some kind of magical artifact of some sort. There's all kinds of things hiding in the various wizard towers around here, so it's hard to tell exactly what they would want, but some kind of theft seems likely, and I want to make sure that I have people available to prevent that, and ideally head them off before the actual theft occurs, before the necromancers can get whatever fiendish magical device that they're looking for. Unfortunately, as captain of the town guard, the one place I can't go is inside the wizards' towers. All of the wizards are very private people, and the ruling council has decided that it's better to have the wizards keep peace between wizards and the town guard handles everything else. So I personally couldn't go knocking on doors asking after necromantic artifacts. The wizards would all laugh me out of their own personal towers. But I hope that as a group of kind of neutral adventurers, you may have access to some places that I cannot go. And that's why I need you working for me. So are you in? Will you help me defend the town? Do you want to pause?
I'm a little unclear. I'd love to go knock on doors for you, but I'm not sure what we're looking for.
Yes, well, I can give you a few places to look. There are certainly some wizards that are more likely to have necromantic artifacts in their tower than others, if you get my drift. So I'll point you at, in particular, the manor of Jason Vadi. He's fairly well known to be a wizard on the blacker side of the spectrum, or the darker side. I suspect that he has a variety of necromantic objects. Of course, he wouldn't let me in to see it, but you might be able to do something for him that would get you on his good side.
Okay, well, we are adventurers, and as such, so we get paid for the quests that we do. So what is the reward for stopping the necromancers?
A very good question, darling. Very good question. We're very hard to find these days, you know. I hear there's not many of us out there. It's very, very high demand, I hear.
You filing
Yes,
your
well,
nail with
I
your
do
driver's
have-
license?
You use what you have, darling. You use what you have available.
Yes, of course. I have a budget that I can use for discretionary things. I'm pretty sure I can find you, 500 gold pieces each. Not a problem.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yes, it doesn't do us much good in a wizard city, of course. Everyone's looking for magic items around here, but we have gold aplenty, and I'm sure you as adventurers will be able to use it elsewhere.
Did you say magic items?
Yes. Yes,
So
we have a number.
Maybe you could sweeten the deal, perhaps, and throw in some of those? Hard to find, I hear.
If that's what you're looking for, you'll want to head down to the bazaar. The bazaar has all kinds of things, though the wizards will make a variety of items in their spare time. So really just about anything your little mind could conceive of, I'm sure you'll find somewhere, and if they don't have it, they could find someone who'll make it for you. But the one thing the bazaar operates on is mana. You'll need to find actual mana crystals, and it's too easy to create gold, you see. The wizards don't need it. They can just find or magic up a little bit of money or perform some spells for one another, and thus the actual crystallized magic is something that they look for. That I can't afford to give you right now. I don't have any available to pass on, but if you do any favors for someone else, or if you keep your eyes out, you may find something that'll let you purchase at the bazaar.
What do they look like exactly?
Oh, it shines with magical power. It's a crystal of magic. They condense them here, and the wizards kind of barter them back and forth when they need something to power a particularly large ritual. They'll gather up a few and use that.
Crystal of magic.
But color, are they all the same?
They'll look white usually, but they can be in other colors. You recognize the magic more so than any particular investigatable property.
Ability to detect magic through a ritual.
Oh yes, you will find magic here. Not to worry about that.
Cool.
How does that sound? I can certainly get you the 500 gold pieces each, and if you run into great difficulties and do some work on your own initiative, then I can be persuaded maybe later to up the price. But for now, I'd ask you to go investigate Jason Vadi's mansion. Go talk to him and see if he'll let you into his vaults where he might be keeping any necromantic items. If you can get that, then I can certainly authorize some payments. Feel a little better about everything.
Is there something specifically there that we're looking for, or just necromantic things
I'm
in general?
quite sure he has necromantic items. Make sure you get a list from him and how he's got them guarded. If they're his, obviously. If he wants to keep them, that's fine. That's his prerogative as one of the wizards of Toremon. But I need to make sure that they're being well taken care of and that the necromancers won't be able to steal them.
It doesn't sound at all suspicious that you're asking about how they're guarded. Shall we carry on, everyone?
Yeah, to Jason's place. Where is that tower again?
Oh yes, it's a large mansion. It's covered in gargoyles. You'll find it near the center of town.
Covered
It
in
stands out
gargoyles,
with all
okay.
Yes, the covered in gargoyles bit is what you're looking for. Take Main Street towards the center of town and look on your right. Okay, so you can. Yep.
B walks out.
Perfect. You can just hop down, and she'll yell at you. She says, "Don't waste too much time getting down. You can just hop all the way. The spell will keep you safe."
B doesn't trust the spell. B gets to like the edge of the 10 feet steps and is like, I feel like somebody just nudges her off.
You
And
you have
she
your
floats
collapsible
down.
ladder, right? You can climb your way down if you have to.
That's true. Awkwardly and painstakingly, time. Oh, takes so long for her to get down.
For be at the bottom of the stairs.
You're all like
You guys have a short.
telling her that she can do it. Like, you got this, B.
You guys have a short rest while B is like just clambering down the ladder.
Yes. So the guards at the bottom can give you more complete directions to Jason's manor if you're interested. While you wait, I suppose. They'll sketch out a little bit of the town. Again, there's not a particular layout or organization to the town. It's more that a bunch of wizards' towers have all sprung up, and then filling in the gaps, you'll find bazaars. You'll find some inns for travelers. You'll find a few people handling food and restaurants and things like that. It's a fairly large city, so if you're looking for anything in particular, they'd be able to point you in that direction. There's nice inns to stay at. There's less nice inns to stay at if you want to save some money. But yeah, you can kind of find whatever you're looking for.
What's the time of day right now?
It's still early enough in the day.
Oh, okay.
so
We don't have to go find like an inn yet.
No, exactly. You can
Okay.
go look around for a bit first. Yeah, so if you want to head over to Jason's, you can.
Yeah, can I just ask the guards, like, do you guys know this Jason Bidet? Have you heard of him?
Ah, Jason Vadi, of course.
That wasn't on purpose. I genuinely just wrote it Body.
Looking for Mr. Jason Bidet. A new
He's,
core memory.
Yes, he is one of the members of Toremon's kind of ruling wizard council. He is well known. He owns quite a lot of property around town, which he manages fairly ruthlessly. So he will kind of like shut down shops that aren't paying their taxes to him, or he won't just kind of like let people off with a warning if they got caught in the mansion. He'll send them straight to the stocks for the week. But he's not known to be unfair in his dealings, just harsh.
Okay. And how many wizards are in this council?
There'd be at least a dozen at any given time, plus probably a few others that are too busy with whatever rituals and experiments that they're working on to actually attend the council. plus other smaller wizards with their own kind of smaller towers waiting their turn.
Would you guys say that any of them are more prominent than the others, or more powerful, or are they all pretty equal?
Of the ones on the council, they're all very powerful wizards, to the point where it would be difficult for any kind of given town guard or person in the street to tell you that one is stronger than the other.
Okay. 2 bodies.
2 bodies, yes. So, Jason Vadi's manor is exactly where they told you it would be, near the center of town. It is a large kind of stone manor that appears to have just been covered with all sorts of gargoyles.
Oh, jeez.
Sticking out in all directions with all kinds of faces and poses and stuff, and their eyes are all glowing a ruby red.
Oh. 2 ruby red eyes
There
per
it is.
gargoyle?
Or 3, depending, or 1.
Special gargoyles. Okay.
Just all sorts of, yes, like stone carvings clearly enchanted in some way, shape, or form. There is a black wrought iron fence surrounding the property, but that will swing open if you try the gate.
I do.
I try the gate.
And as you walk down or walk towards the entrance of the manor, the door will swing open, and an elderly elvish retainer will kind of greet you and say, "Ah, yes, are you here to see Master Jason?"
Oh, yes, we are. We're adventurers.
Adventures and a postman, yes?
Postman / adventurer, yes.
Good, a postman. Excellent. Yes, come in. So he'll bring you in and he'll leave you in the antechamber for a few minutes. So if you look around, it's a lavishly decorated area. There are kind of golden candelabras. There's like rich plush-covered chairs to sit in. It's very comfortable. It's very opulent. Think kind of a very goth style of aesthetic. There's a lot of like black wood and black kind of wrought iron mirrors and things like that. And he will, after kind of leaving you for a little bit, unless you have anything else that you want to do while you're kind of looking around, the retainer will come back and say, "Yes, the master will see you now. Come downstairs." And he'll lead you to yet another office. This one kind of noticeably different. There are no windows. There is no view. Instead, you see a deep red carpet. You see bookshelves covered in a variety of magical books, and a large desk containing a few different piles of paperwork. And a dark-haired, pale elf with a sharp goatee looks up, and he says, "Ah, good, you're here. A postman. I needed a postman. There's so much to send, and so little time. It's always so hard to keep track of everything that's going on." And so he hands Peter a stack of already addressed and stamped envelopes.
Villain. It's the
says,
goatee.
These are all eviction letters. So start with the orphanages. They're close by. I need everyone cleared out immediately. They'll be bulldozing that area for a new wizard's tower sometime soon. Okay, can you do that for me?
What is a bulldoze?
Oh, well, you get a magical bull, you see. It's very large, and it can easily just wipe out any buildings that would be in the area. We found it to be
I sell you this bull,
relatively
100,000 gold.
Oh, yeah,
Although I don't need a
gold.
bull. I need someone to deliver these messages.
50,000 gold final offer.
I
can certainly deliver these letters for you. I just have to quickly check to make sure everything's in order and you have everything properly addressed.
Oh, yes. Not a problem.
He seemed like quite the businessman, making such big business-like decisions.
Yes. This is my home and my town, and I mean, I do enjoy all of my magical work, but it's nice to own land and own property. It's always been in my family, and it keeps, my brothers and sisters busy to be managing some of that, and it means that I'll have something to pass on later. I mean, as a wizard and an elf wizard at that, I might live a very long time. I wouldn't want to run out of income streams while I hole away in my tower.
Why you need money if you're a wizard?
Oh, it's for the fun of it, you see. Eventually, you might need to trade with someone else, and I mean, I can generate my own mana cubes, but if I'm not also spending my time generating gold, if the gold just comes in from the different areas, then that saves me a bit of time and trouble, you know? I find you could easily do both. If ever there was anyone that could send my letters for me, ugh.
I've already agreed to. In fact, I'm so keenly focused and my senses are heightened as I focus on these letters and do my job, that I'm going to be detecting to see, I can't remember what it's called. Give me a
Good
second.
evil?
Yeah.
Oh, divine sense.
Divine sense.
If my postal senses are kicking in.
Yes, remind me, that detects fiends and undead?
Celestials?
I can pull it up.
Yeah, I think Celestials too, no? It's like other worlders, basically.
Yeah, let me pull up the exact word.
Things don't belong on this plane.
While she's looking that up, the last Wizard's Tower we were in defied laws of physics, right? Like the
Yes.
spatial does not, like what's inside does not match the outside.
The spatial was actually similar. So it was a very tall tower. So
Okay.
it wasn't so much that it was taller on the inside or anything like that over the guards. It was more just that it was a very tall tower that probably would collapse if there wasn't magic holding it up.
Okay, but not like 3 times as wide inside as out.
No, exactly. Imagine, yeah, big, but just as big inside as it is outside.
So I can detect good and evil, and sense anything affected by the hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet.
Okay, so you detect no undead within 60 feet. You do detect a fiend on the bookshelf. And when you look, you actually see there is a bell jar containing a small imp who is just kind of hanging out smoking a pipe.
Oh.
He's in the book?
On the bookshelf, in a glass jar. So imagine the glass jar from Beauty and the Beast
Like
that
Kush.
holds the rose.
Yeah, a Kush.
Yes,
He's hot
exactly.
boxing.
Yes, he's just hanging out, kind of smoking away. Yeah, you can kind of see swirling around him piles of, I guess, cigar smoke or pipe smoke. Maybe pipe smoke. Let's say it's pipe smoke. And he's just hanging out, and if you look at him, he'll just kind of wave and then go back to his smoking and kind of enjoy himself.
Is that another of your employees?
Oh, him. That's just bees. We used to have, a variety of imps lying around, but at this point, I just keep him around for sentimental reasons. Sometimes he goes and helps me out with things. You never know what the fiends know about different rituals.
That's true. They're very helpful.
Oh, good. A fellow indulger, shall we say. Not all the wizards agree, but, everyone has their usefulness.
Are you a necromancer?
What?
Is what
I
mine
wouldn't
also
call
asked.
myself a necromancer, but I have some knowledge of necromantic magics. So I can cast a variety of necromancy spells. I can also cast a variety of abjuration spells. Does that make me an abjurer?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, in that case, sure. I'm a necromancer. What do you want?
Well, I want to know if you have necromancer stuff. Like books or magic items or these cubes that you keep talking about.
Oh, and hang on. What brings this about? You're not all postal workers.
They wish.
No, we're the security detail.
No, yeah, we have delivered a lot of stuff anyway.
Alfred, who are you letting into my manor? I thought you said these were postal workers.
Oh, I'm an adventurer. I do things for people.
Adventurers. Oh, and you're here. Did Halloumi send you? What's her name? That new captain of the guard she found a loophole. That sneaky devil.
He's gonna try and cut off that thought by being like, I hear you have some really amazing things that I'd love to see. I love new things. I love exciting things, and we'll just kind of like swoop her arm into his
Okay.
Be like, I hear that in the town, she's gonna try and play to his ego, assuming he's the guy who's trying to take over more from an egotistical perspective, and like swoop under his arm and be like, I hear that there's not a single person here who can show me cooler things than you. And like insert like a fake laugh.
All right, roll a persuasion check.
Can I hear the fake laugh, please?
Good. All right. I mean, he's very impressed.
Wow.
Well, I suppose I could forgive you all sneaking in here, but if you want to see all of my vaults, you said you were adventurers. Perhaps you can do something for me. We can have a little trade. Let's say that. I am, of course, willing to pay the regular postal service fee for the letters, but I can find something for you as well. Are you interested in perhaps a cube of mana to take to the bazaar? You adventurers are always interested in magical items.
I hear that postmen are very hard to find these days. Perhaps 2 cubes would be sufficient.
Well, I don't know about 2 cubes, but I see something that I can have some fun with. I have these over here that, well, they've been gathering dust on my shelves, but your large compatriot in the back seems like these would fit him. So I'll just transfer over this.
Sorry, what does that mean?
Well, you cut out for all of that, Kaz.
Okay, how was that?
Yeah,
I
you're
said,
good. Yeah.
I said, oh, sorry, were you referring to me? The big guy in the back? This guy right here?
No, the one with the large axe. I have something fun for him.
Me?
No, not you either. I have something else for you to deliver. We'll get to that in a second. But what I have are some candies. Goliaths like candies, don't they?
Oh.
No.
You'll like these ones. It'll go along, and I can even give you this as payment up front. How about we call that? They are candies of rather strange power.
If only you had some milk to wash them down with.
So he will toss you a bag, a small bag, and inside the bag are 6 red-striped white discs. And Jason will explain these. Yes, so these are items that will provide a number of powerful effects based on whatever it is that you desire at the time. So when you consume them, you may choose. You will think hard about what it is that you want, and they will provide you with any of a number of benefits. Which I'm going
I want the 100,000 gold.
So they won't create things outside of you, but they will grant you a measure of their power.
So what you need after consuming, choose one of the following. Oh, fly.
Jesus.
Trading? Oh,
AC.
Okay.
That's pretty boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the fun part comes next. They only trigger if you, after consuming the mint, say something nice about someone that you know well.
These are useless to me.
This is going to be really easy.
Yes, I thought this would be fun.
This garbage.
I have had a difficult time using them myself. They are now bound to you, good Goliath, sir. They are called, and I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, compliments.
No, you're going to the DM penalty box.
Boo!
Man.
So you have 6 of those. They're in a bag there for you to do with as you will. And they are bound to Gunnar now. They will not function if anyone else is using it. But yes, Jason is quite happy to have some adventurers around, and now that we've had our little bit of fun, we can perhaps talk a bit of business. So you would like to see my vaults, and I am quite willing to show them off, but I do have something that, quite frankly, I don't feel like doing, and that I think would be well suited for a group of adventurers. like yourselves. I need you to go down into the sewers.
Oh.
Sewers run under the
What?
city, they run under the mansion, and they've been filling up more so than usual. And that leads me to believe that something is going on. So
I can tell you what's going on.
yes. So, well, I am rather busy to go clean the sewers out, but that certainly seems like adventurer work if ever there was any. So if you do that for me, you come back, having investigated what's causing the sewers to back up, I will give you a tour of my vaults, and I will hand you 1 cube of mana to be used for whatever you wish at the bazaar. How
Thank
does it
goodness we have such a keen and thoughtful group of adventurers that I brought with and am no longer, or have never been affiliated with. Wow, you guys are going to do great job down in the sewers.
What are you talking about, Beatrice? We've been hanging out together for a long time.
Like in a management sense, yes. I think we've really bonded as a team, but I think you guys have outgrown me as a leader. I think you can handle this one on your own.
Okay, well, if we
It
don't
goes
find
for-
any magical instruments down there, we're keeping it.
Oh yes, there's all kinds of things in the sewers. I wouldn't be surprised if you found some sort of half repaired experiment. Some of them might even work properly. You are welcome to anything you find down there. I'm not touching it.
Do you have a way to permanently enchant things, like clothing, before we go?
Enchant with what?
Well, I mean, I don't want to. This is a new blouse. I don't. Can we permanently enchant prestidigitation on it just to keep it clean? So it doesn't carry the smell of this job all the way through.
Oh, you'll clean it up fine when you get back. Not to worry.
I mean, Beatrice, if you hang out with me all the time, you're probably used to the smell by now.
Oh, that's. I guess that's true. She'll kind of smile.
Minos can carry you on his back.
Nope,
Like
it's taken.
gnome.
Taken. No room up here. So sorry.
She'll
No.
kind of she'll keep smiling, but her eyes will go a little dead, and she'll leave with you guys.
She does that a lot with us. Can we get into the sewers from your house?
Oh yes. There's entrances through the catacombs. You're already in the basement level. Alfred will show you the way.
Wait to the orphanage?
Yes. Well, the orphanage, of course, those letters all need to be sent out. You can do that before or after venturing into the sewers. I have a few other things actually. I have bills. I have clients from my healing center who are in arrears, and they need to know about their 200% interest payments. So that would be another important stack. And he hands you another set of letters.
Take them, and I'll pass him a instruction manual for the mail service. And I know this is probably beyond you, but for future reference, we have established things called mailboxes. You can at any time put them in a mailbox so your mails don't pile up, and then I can just pick them up from there. Don't worry, we'll talk about it later.
Perfect. All right. There's just one more. There's one more, and he digs around a little bit and gets into his desk drawer, and he hands you a large black sphere with a rope coming out of it.
This is
It says,
definitely
"This one's a
going to
bomb."
cost extra shipping.
I need you to take this to the tower of that so-called Fizzlebang the Great. I hate that guy. And make sure that you light the rope before you leave it at his door. Is that okay? Can we do that?
This doesn't even have a postal address written on it. Where's
Yes. Give me 1 second. And he casts a little spell and he etches Fizzlebang the Great's tower, Crescent Moon Way, Toremon.
Return
Oh, is
No,
that
So
no,
are
no,
we
no.
delivering bomb before or after evicting orphans and terminally ill people?
Oh, I leave that to you. You're well, one of you is a competent mail carrier. I'm sure that it'll be fine.
All of these items need to go through the appropriate mail system first for approval, but I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure you've gotten the correct authorities to look at them, right?
Well, yes, I've looked at them. I am one of the authorities of the town. You'll find all of the legal work is perfectly in order. These are all my clients and my orphanages, and it's my bomb too. So I'm quite sure there won't be any problem there.
Bob, what? When did that happen?
I gotta go deliver some stuff. I won't light it. I deliver things as I receive them.
Oh, you won't light it? Oh. All right. Well, anyways, just send it to him. Hopefully that'll give him a little shiver.
I will light it for 100,000 gold.
I could do it for 100 gold. I have 100 gold on me right now.
I accept.
Perfect. He hands you 100 gold. But you light it once it gets to him, of course.
Yes, of course.
Excellent. We have a deal. He goes to shake.
So Alfred, can you show us to the sewers before we get more bombs?
Oh, yes, of course. Come with me, and he'll lead you down the hall, and you'll go down another few sets of stairs through a wine cellar, and then deeper into some catacombs, where you'll eventually kind of get spat out onto a walkway. So stairs down on... Not like maybe explicitly, but you will end up at some sewers. So you're clearly many levels below what would be street level in the city. And the whole area is once again kind of well built and would be clean were it not for the fact that it's a sewer that seems to be backing up. So there are again kind of like marble walls and a marble walkway along the edge. There are vaulted ceilings. And through the center of the sewer runs a canal that is currently bubbling with all kinds of magical wastes. So rather than the kind of gross brown effluent that you would see in a regular sewer, this is hues of any color, bubbling and boiling and spitting. Little sparks pop up. Flames of a variety of colors might pop up shortly and then disappear. You can currently kind of walk along the walkway without having to touch anything particularly dangerous. Alfred will just leave you. He'll shut the door.
What did he want us to do in the sewers?
He would like you to figure out why it's backing up. Something is happening that is clearly different from normal. So your task is to find what that is and clear it out.
I guess we should walk.
All right. How do you navigate through an underground environment?
Can we? Oh yeah. Can we see? Is it lit?
Yep. So in fact, it is
lit.
brightly lit. Yes, there are the remnants of hundreds of failed potions are mixing with used spell components, broken amulets, crystal balls that have been replaced with higher definition flat screen scrying mirrors.
Wow.
There's all kinds of stuff that you might find in the remains of a wizard's workshop after he's done with it that have just been dumped down here. And yeah, that leads to a lot of kind of general lighting, if nothing that's like a very obvious bulb or torch in a sconce.
Does it smell?
You guys know how to use a scrying mirror? Or a piece of a scrying mirror?
We can try.
Yeah, if you have the scrying spell and are looking, you might be able to hunt around for something. So if you want to look around for something in particular, let me know. If you want to, yeah, and then otherwise, you currently you have the choice of going left or right, but in a more general sense, how do you approach the task of hunting around?
I guess we follow the flow of whatever liquid is actually flowing to try to find where it stops flowing.
Mm-hmm. That is reasonable, and that would be a survival check if anyone wants to do a survival check.
Okay. Only Jen, because she thought of it, or anybody?
Nope. If that's what you've decided you want to do, you can, like, that is an idea that Peter can have, and you can kind of do some rolls to look around.
Everybody's not allowed to, so.
Bee's too busy putting
rocket.
perfume under her nostrils.
Yes, so it does smell, again, not what you would expect a normal sewer to smell, but instead a variety of different smells. So some will be sulfur and brimstone, some might just be perfumes and flowers, and some will be healing potion. So you would recognize a few, you would like some, you would not like others.
Okay, then maybe she wouldn't. She would just be a little overwhelmed.
Yes, it is a high sensory overload area.
Like when you walk into like the Bodyworks shop with all
Yeah,
those scents and
exactly.
everything.
Yes. Lush. Walking into a Lush is a
Yeah,
very
Lush.
good,
That's a lot.
Okay. Yes. So we have a couple of 12s and a 20. So you are able to recognize, yes, that the sewer is flowing in one direction, and as you follow that direction, it will be joined by a variety of other similar flows, right? So this is all coming from different parts of the city, heading in one direction, and that lets you kind of make your way along for a little while. Rocket, you notice down one path there seems to be sort of an area of stagnant flow, where instead of kind of what you would expect to see is a general kind of directional flow, you spot a little eddy that's kind of swirling around where items might accumulate.
A little what?
An eddy. So think of a kind of like a little vortex, where instead of a path where the liquid is either coming from or going to, it's all just kind of circulating around. And you will have read or otherwise seen in river systems that that's a spot where heavier objects might be deposited, and there might be something of interest down there.
How deep is the water?
Hard to see. It is not at all transparent.
And are we walking through it, or is there a catwalk beside it?
You're on a catwalk beside it. It's
okay.
The level is very close to where you are, but you are currently able to stay out of it.
Interesting.
I don't know if we should touch this water.
Probably not a great idea. But if you look down that one path that you're currently looking at, you will see, the glint of magic, actually.
What are you guys all looking at?
The
glint of magic. It's very glinting.
There's glinting?
There's something in the water there.
Okay. Beal kind of look over. Can she see anything through the water?
Yeah, so washed up completely out of the liquid, actually, at kind of the far end. It seems like it's almost just a dead end. So somewhere that used to be someone's point of deposit into the sewers that has now just been kind of walled over, and is an area that is now gathering some miscellaneous items that have been swept around by the currents. And you can see some gold pieces. You can see a cube of refined mana just sitting there, and it's literally just a small glowing cube, but it does radiate magical energy. It is very clearly containing a lot of magical power.
Let's pick that up. How do we pick that up?
Special mitts or?
Nope. So it's right out of the liquid. It's kind of a little sticky maybe still, but it's you can imagine say like the end of a pool or something, right? Like you're walking on a catwalk, you can walk over there to a corner where you can see a little pile of items.
What color is it?
The cube?
It's glowing blue. The cube is glowing blue.
Blue. Who's wearing something that would look good with blue?
My uniform.
B is 100% gonna just be like, I think this one's for you. I just have a really good feeling this crystal is giving me good energy, and I think this one's for you.
Me?
Yeah, whoever would look best with blue.
Gunnar grabs the gold
This
coins.
is- I think I would look best in blue. That is my uniform color, so I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna take off my hat. I'm gonna stick it under my hat. So my emblem glows underneath.
All right.
Brings out the blue in your eyes.
Yep. So the two of you go over there to gather up the items you see. So Gunnar, you find 42 gold pieces.
Yeah.
And Peter, you have 1 cube of refined mana, and you also spot a potion of healing.
Oh.
that should probably be washed before use.
B, can you clean this?
And for the 2 people that are over there, can I get your passive perceptions?
You may not.
Oh. You may not.
That's me. Am I one of them?
Are you?
I was helping them clean that off.
Okay, so then yes.
Perception is 13.
13. Okay.
Not insight, right?
Right, perception.
Yeah.
Shit, where's passive perception on this thing?
10 plus.
It's 10 plus your perception
On the
modifier.
left side
Seven.
under your saving throws.
17.
Wow.
Holy shit!
Okay, so B, you are entirely unsurprised by this. There is a black pudding on the ceiling.
Oh my god.
I
Hey,
eat it.
we should get out of the. What is? Hey, everyone, look up there. Does B know what this is? I don't.
Yeah, okay, so
This is
it's
like
a large
a-
ooze.
Should
So you will see this before everyone goes to pick up items, and we're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
But yes, anyone who is knowledgeable in Arcana can do an Arcana check.
Not me.
Well, like is
This should get some battle
+1? Does
music
+1 count?
Is literally no one but Elias aware. All right, so Elias will let you know because he's here. and
Oh,
he'll be paying
nice.
Attention.
Oliver.
That-
Elias is dead.
Oliver, sorry, yes, Elias is dead. You hear Elias from beyond the grave. He says, "Don't let the DM kill you." So Oliver will warn you that a black pudding is immune to slashing damage
Uh-oh.
and will corrode non-magical metal and wood items.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't know if you will actually know what this is. So, like, okay, be a some idea.
So we will roll initiative because while everyone has been thinking about stuff, yes, it is also a type of blood sausage.
You say
dash
you
in
said
it.
corrode wood and metal items?
Wood and metal, non-magical wood. and metal
Non-magical,
items.
yeah.
How do we do initiative? I forget again.
In
Dash
it, in it begin.
In
Exclamation mark.
begin.
In it begin.
There we go.
Yes.
In it, add black pudding.
That gun that you
Wow.
gave me last week, Jamie, was plastic, right?
It's magical.
It is a magical. It at least beats that criteria. It'd probably be metal.
Yes.
Perfect.
But it's
Alright.
magic. Yeah.
Okay, I was just looking on it. It didn't say magic, so I was wondering.
There we go. Okay. So, yes, you have spotted the ooze. It is still
Peter.
about 20 feet away from you. And Peter Boast, you are ready to go.
Oh, sorry.
It's feet away, like up,
Ah.
down, like where is it?
It's literally hanging off the ceiling.
Okay.
So it seems like it might be sweeping around the general area, and it might be the reason why these things have been deposited outside of the sewers. It's because they're
Sorry.
they're falling out of the ooze when it hangs out here.
I think
just
Rocket-
in my-
Oh, yes. Your initiative? Okay, Rocket.
Yeah, sorry.
You are even quicker on the draw.
So, like, is it like
Ironically.
threatening? I don't really understand what these are.
So an ooze is not like particularly sentient, but
they have a
if
god.
they do have a god. That doesn't mean they're all like real thinking things, but it has probably picked up that you're here moving around its domain, and they are usually just kind of hungry things. They're looking for food, and they're looking for kind of things that they can consume.
Oh yeah, it's int is 1. Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, so int 1, charisma 1. It's not here to make friends or influence people. It is here to dissolve them and turn their delicious innards into more oozes.
So, based on that sentence especially, generally we would know that we would not want this thing around us.
You don't probably want to get in touch with it. Yes, it dissolves metal and wood. Usually that means it can dissolve skin as well.
I see.
Diplomacy check.
Wondergoon says it's basically
And-
lethal snot.
And about how far away is it?
Call it 20 feet up on the ceiling. But the ceiling is also, it's a fairly low ceiling, so like 10, 20 feet high.
Okay, I will attack with my new gun.
Go for it.
Oh, gosh.
Pluck.
14.
Magical piercing damage. All right.
Big ol' one.
It's immune slashing, but not
It's
piercing.
immune slashing, but not piercing. Okay, so attack on AC 14 is a hit, and that is 4 damage dealt.
Ugh.
Pew pew.
Yep.
This is
So
gonna
the
be a
ooze,
long fight.
you see the bullet kind of go straight through the ooze, and it jiggles a bit and gets ready to come closer to you. I guess the bullets are also magic, so they're okay. They're just kind of...
I'm still trying to like get the weight of like the gun, ready. So I'm just not quite there yet, I guess.
Right. After that, now Peter Post.
Well, my last experience with an ooze-like substance was not ideal. I'm gonna back up. I guess first I'll don't really want to use any of my weapons on this guy, so can I just light a torch and kind of hurl it at him and see if he catches fire?
You can absolutely do that.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So just attack unarmed? Attack.
No, it's a thrown weapon. There's almost certainly a rule for it, but you roll basically roll a strength attack with proficiency.
Okay. And that'd probably be +3 for my proficiency, so 16.
Okay. Yep, that is a hit. Deal it's gonna be like a D4 plus your strength.
D4 +3.
Okay, so 7 damage.
I did it, and then I back up.
Yes, and the torch instantly dissolves as it
Oh.
reaches into the ooze, but it does kind of leave a little hole where it's passed. Right, B.
B is going to step out from directly underneath this thing, and is gonna be like, "Okay, who's gonna get this one?" And I'll go just give a good pat on the arm to Gunnar. Gunnar, I think this is your strength. I really feel you can get this one. And she's gonna do her best to inspire you bardically with her
With my
words.
slashing axe?
Your magical axe,
But it's slashing, it's immune.
but isn't magical damage?
So a magical item will not dissolve,
Yeah.
but
Oh, okay. So it won't
slashing
do
at an
anything.
ooze is not going to do anything.
Ah. Okay, well maybe you can just throw things really hard at it. I think you can do this. You're good. Already committed. I mean, I'll do what I can, and then she'll turn around very dramatically. Her eyes will kind of go a little bit more black, and just from the behind the tunnel, you hear these bells just booming all the way through, and then right in that little hole, it starts vibrating, and she casts. Oh shit! Open up.
Dead.
Toll the dead. Hell yeah.
Which is a wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom save.
It's a whiz save, yeah.
Ooh, that's solid damage. Ooh.
Yeah, and it got a 6, so that's 19 damage. That is
Yeah.
solid damage.
Wow.
Necrotic damage, yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
Beatrice.
Jesus, that leveled up.
Big claps
that
for
leveled up.
Beatrice.
Yeah, so
Finger
it
snaps.
vibrates around, little bits kind of fall off and splash onto the floor. Yes, clearly a solid hit.
Okay, now you do it. No, you finish it.
Gunnar.
So, Gunnar will enter a rage.
This will be helpful.
When he enters a rage, instead of his usual club tail, his jaw will distend,
Oh.
and you will see the mouth of one of those underwater fish that's like all...
A lantern
teethy
fish?
thing.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, like the ones that live really deep in the ocean and are all
Yep.
fucked up in the face. And he is... Yeah, but he doesn't have the light, though.
Just the sharp teeth.
Just the sharp teeth. And he's going to bite the ooze.
Go for it. Bite away.
Ugh.
Recklessly.
Oh
So
god.
you sound like you're it.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I like it. Attack
This is scary.
now. It is a simple melee weapon.
Oh my god.
So when I do attack, how do I do that?
You have proficiency with simple weapons, and it is a strength attack because it's a melee weapon. So
Yeah.
add your proficiency modifier and your strength modifier.
So roll 1d20.
Yep.
+3, +3.
You could also be inspired if you need to.
You're also recklessly attacking.
Yes,
Oh.
so advantage. But do I need to use that's a saving throw. Do I need to use the bardic inspiration before? I get to see the roll and then
You can see the roll before knowing the outcome.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And it can be an ability check, an attack roll, or saving throw. And if you're using a magic, if it's a magic spell, or it can either be used towards the hit points it deals or the hit points it heals.
Okay. So this is attack the first.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a reckless attack, so again.
Yep.
Ooh,
So that is it.
close.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the damage with the bite is not epic, but it is piercing.
It is piercing.
It
It is
deals.
important.
Roll 1d8 plus. And then you add your strength modifier to the attack and damage.
Mm-hmm.
Will it add the rage automatically, or?
Oh
it
no,
won't.
probably not.
You'll have to add it.
So add 2 for the rage.
Holy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it goes up to 3 at some
Oh,
point,
maybe.
but I don't know if
Yeah.
it's yet.
I don't know. When does your rage damage fill up?
I don't think it did yet.
Okay.
Um,
7 more damage. All right, and
I heal.
you heal. Do you
Ooh.
heal? When do you heal?
Once
Because-
on each of your turns, when you damage a creature with this bite, you regain a number of hit points equal to your proficiency bonus, provided
Cool.
you have less than half your hit points when you hit.
I see. Well, you never know
Tasty corrosive
because
pudding.
you've just bitten the pudding that dissolves flesh on contact. So as your jaw starts to rot away,
Oh my gosh. This is just getting more and more nightmarish.
you will take 7 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And your teeth are beginning to blunt. So your teeth will now have a cumulative -1 penalty to damage rolls.
Oh.
If that penalty drops to -5, they are destroyed.
Oh god.
Gunnar will bite again
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
because he gets 2 attacks per turn.
Ah.
Right.
He has such strong wisdom.
Right. The reckless attack is only on the first attack, I believe.
Nope,
So that's
it's-
when.
All
I
your
don't believe so. I'm
attacks.
pretty sure it's
Oh, is it all?
All
Oh,
it's
your
your
attacks,
strength
yeah.
attacks on your turn.
okay, perfect. So this is the first. Okay. Sorry, teeth.
It's not looking good for the teeth.
Not looking good for the teeth.
I assume they do magically grow back again later. So.
I assume.
Right. Yeah, so
Um,
that is a hit. So you can roll damage again, but this time you're at a -1 to your damage.
So roll 1d8. So I'm just going to add 1 for the rage instead of 2.
Yeah.
Does
It's
that
a
make
D8.
sense?
It's a D8 plus 4.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's what I got.
All right, 7 more damage, and your teeth continue to rot. So now they're at a -2 to damage.
Okay.
And you will take some more acid
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
because you are, currently literally rubbing your face into the ooze. So it's 6 more acid damage.
Okay, so total of 13, I believe, if I'm adding correctly.
Yep.
Yep, great. So Gunnar's done.
All
Did
right.
you- Did you heal again, or do you only get to that once per turn?
Unfortunately, I only get it when I'm at half,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
and then I start to eat the thing, I guess.
Okay, so the ooze is gonna kind of drop off the ceiling onto Gunnar, I suppose.
Rude.
And it will pseudopod you, where it
Oh.
reaches out its weapon to attack. So we're gonna roll. This is, I guess, 2d20s because you have been recklessly attacking.
Yes.
So that is a 17 on AC.
17 on AC is a hit.
Okay.
I have 16.
It blops you with a tentacle of ooze. You're going to take. So some of this is going to be bludgeoning damage that you will
Okay,
resist.
perfect. Yep.
So 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so 3.
and
Oof.
16 acid damage.
Jeez.
Well, now I'm below half.
Are you wearing armor?
Yes.
Okay, non-magical armor worn by the target is partly dissolved and takes a permanent and cumulative -1 penalty to the AC it offers. If this would reduce it to 10 or lower, the armor is destroyed.
Actually, I lied. I'm not.
That's what I thought.
Sorry.
Yeah, you have like magic bark skin or something.
Yes. That's what I have.
Okay,
Sorry.
so your
That's my-
large patches of your skin are hanging off, but
Oh.
fortunately you
Ah.
shielded anyone's valuable armor from further harm by putting your flesh in the way.
Winning.
Team player.
And that's it for the ooze. So Minos.
Oh, Gunnar, don't eat that. Put it down. You put that down right now, Gunnar. I'm going to pull out some stones and magically enhance them, and then shoot one of my magic stones.
Go for it.
17 to
Yep.
hit. 6 total
That is
damage.
hit.
It's magical bludgeoning damage.
Magical bludgeoning damage. That is a-okay. So you blast the ooze, and again, little bits of it kind of splatter onto the floor. Anything else?
Nope.
That's it. All right.
For
That
Minos.
moves us back around to Rocket.
Okay. I am going to take out my handy dandy flashlight and cast Scorching Ray at it.
Scorching Ray.
My level 2 spell.
Go for it.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I think it does that times 3? Or do I cast it 3 times? Because it's like 3 rays.
You cast it 3 times. So like just roll to hit 3 times. Well,
No, you
yeah,
should.
you don't want to use /cast each time because it'll use
Right.
your spell slots. You just want to like roll hit and damage 3 times.
1d20 plus 7. It looks like, right?
1d20 plus 7?
Well,
Oh,
that's
I
what.
think
You,
Yeah, that's your to hit. So
Yeah.
roll that 2 more times.
Oh,
The first
gotcha.
one- The first one is a hit, by the way.
Ooh, nice.
holy shit! An 11.
It's an ooze. It's not exactly like
True.
matrixing out of the way.
Yeah.
It's just blopping around trying to eat Gunnar. Yeah. So second one's a hit.
So that'd be 2d6.
What about the third ray?
Well, that's this one.
Big-
Oh,
big,
love
big
that.
damage, big damage,
Eh.
and then one more.
And this one's gonna be 2 6s. Well, you have to hit first, I guess. You hit.
You have hit.
Ooh, it's a crit.
No, it's not a crit.
No.
Shut up.
2 more d6.
Just say, ooh, it's a
You're
crit.
not in charge this week, Jamie.
All right.
that was
Ooh,
good.
the last one's
That's
good.
better.
So kind of a couple of
12,
small
17, I think.
scorching rays followed by one large blast. Eat a big chunk out of the ooze.
Yeah, kind of
Miraculously missing any of Gunnar while it dissolves its way through him.
my flashlight would be like flickering at first, like give it like a good hit because the batteries are a little not quite in place, and that'll blast it.
Nice. Yep, so that was a pretty solid chunk of damage. Anything else?
It was okay.
I will keep filing my nails.
Okay. Peter.
Damn it, I was really hoping you get it. I have an important question. We have something that controls water. I only remembered it at this exact moment. Who has that?
I think Ironjaw has it, and he's currently sleeping in a wagon.
Oh.
I should have taken that. Drink around all this magical water. It's a regret.
Mm-hmm. You could try to just splash it at him. Stick your hand right in there.
That was my original thought, which led me to that. I'm gonna try. I have a quarterstaff that I've never used. I call it my walking stick on my sheet.
I have that too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I always viewed it as the walking stick I use as my mailman, but I'm gonna try to use my quarterstaff to just splash water up there. This
Ooh.
magical water.
Cool.
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna get you to roll me an attack roll to see how close you need to be to do it. If that makes sense. So
Like how far he can splash.
Yeah, like do a strength-based attack roll. And you're gonna be able to do it no matter what, but if you roll poorly, you'll have to get up close to the ooze to do it.
Let's be doing it as a check.
Yeah, sure. All right,
Because-
so you're having a hard time. It's pretty like viscous ooze, so you're gonna have to be right up next to the
Oh, I don't love
ooze
that.
to do this. It's not really looking at you. It is currently trying to dissolve Gunnar.
Cup it in your
One
hands and smear
second.
it on him.
So, give me a D100 roll, please.
Swallow a mouthful and spit it at him.
That's
Come
never
on.
good.
Plant.
33. Okay, stand by. Where's
Oh,
the wild magic
33.
table?
Yay, wild magic table. I think I actually have it like saved.
Okay,
Oh, no, here.
so the wild magic table is telling me that you have now sprayed this ooze with a magic empowering field. So the air around you is charged with arcane energy, and so I'm going to rule that this will maximize the damage of the next damaging spell anyone casts within the next minute.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of magic around to be used if anyone wants to use it.
I do not.
What do you mean?
So whatever spell you cast will do maximum damage.
Next
Ooh,
spell.
that's
Like
exciting.
almost like a crit.
Yeah.
Just not double. But...
Yes, depending on what your rules for crits are.
Okay.
Okay, so Peter, that is your action, and you've had to move up to the ooze. So we will go on to B.
How convenient.
Sorceress magic crackles around you.
Ooh.
B's just gonna keep her eyes haven't lightened at all. She's just gonna cast the Toll the Dead again.
Toll the Dead again. All right.
Yeah.
So we will do the saving throw.
Oh.
18. 18.
No
Can
magic
we
quick
do a
damage for
reaction?
you.
You can't do a reaction on your turn. I don't believe.
Okay, I didn't think so. So if we save, then it only becomes. It's
half
nothing.
damage on a save. Yeah,
I
I was
think-
gonna say it's a.
I think it's a
cantrip, right?
sucker save. Yeah.
Yeah, cantrips. All right, so the
Bugger.
chamber vibrates with the gonging of arcane energy, and the ooze is, I guess, hiding behind Gunnar, and avoids most of the devastating blast.
B is gonna be like, well, I mean, that didn't work so well. So, anyone else want to take the try? I mean, Minos, I think you're gonna do great. Starts like up talking Minos in these 3 seconds. Minos, you got this. Go get him. You throw that big stone. You're so strong. Look at those arms. Is that a new vein? And she'll give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, I feel inspired. Thanks, B. It's an old vein, though, I'm pretty sure.
All right, Gunnar, it's back to you. Your teeth are kind of dissolving and flattening out. Your skin is a little rough, but the pudding is also not looking too great. There's a bunch of holes in it from bullets, from flaming rays.
Message received. I'll bite it again.
Yes.
Getting I can attack.
Is dentist a profession in this world?
I am assuming since these are like magically spawning or elongating teeth, they'll be fixed the next time you use the ability. But
I can shift a different part of his body whenever he rages,
yeah,
and it falls off when he's done raging.
yeah, exactly. This is not going to be
okay,
a
cool.
permanent thing.
Yeah.
but-
Kind of like
Um,
sharks.
very cool.
Sharks like lose their jaws and like grow new jaws.
Well, they just have
they lose their
so
teeth.
many rows.
The whole jaw doesn't like pop.
Yeah, they lose their whole jaws. They just grow a whole new jaw.
Why the movie's called Jaws. So this will be a reckless attack.
Go for it.
Oh, let's hope it's a reckless attack. Oh,
Yeah.
the second one might be reckless.
Yeah, that's a hit.
So 1d8 plus strength, but now nothing from the rage because it's -2.
Because it's -2, correct.
Hey,
10
solid.
damage. Oof. Solid
Piercing.
hit. You take a large bite out of the ooze, and it dissolves a little bit back at you while it's doing that.
And you heal
Also
now, right?
heal.
9,
Yeah.
9 acid damage. Yeah, now you can heal. There's the ooze is a lot smaller than it was when you first started fighting.
Oh, it's a tiny
Just
ooze.
a few
9.
mouthfuls left potentially.
9, I heal 3, so that's a balance of 6.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just 6 damage, I mean.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah.
17 health left.
There you go.
Big 6.
You and the ooze are on similar points.
He gets a second attack on his turn, so
Take a
he's
second
gonna
attack.
fight again.
Maybe you could just eat each other.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Oh, come on, man.
All right, so with advantage, you do still manage to hit.
Thank God.
You're
Roll
now at a
1,
-3 to
3?
damage.
Okay, so I'm adding 2
2
for strength
total.
instead of 3.
Correct.
Plus the D8, obviously. There!
Woof.
Nice.
Yeah.
And more.
Solid.
All right,
Those
so
are good
But
chunks.
he hurts me,
Yeah.
and then I heal 3, so...
So you'll take 12 more acid damage
So 9.
as you swallow the remainder of the black pudding. It is gone.
Wow. You just like iron stomach that foe.
I have 8 hit points.
Yes. So this is kind of like a quiet area. You can hang out here if you guys need to take a short rest.
Give me that
take a
healing
short
potion!
rest. There is a healing potion. You might want to wipe it off.
You think he'd
yeah,
want to wipe
so
it
if
off
everyone's
after
grabbed-
eating like a whole pudding?
Well, look.
I need to wash it down.
I just ate
yes,
this whole
it's
like
a-
disgusting corrosive thing, but can somebody please wipe off this bottle for me?
Hey, can someone check for fucking black puddings all over the place? I don't have another one in me.
Yeah, B will give you that healing potion we picked up out of the magical muck.
How much does it heal for? 10? 20?
2d4 plus 4, I think.
You can also take a short rest and spend healing dice or hit die if you want.
I could.
Yes,
Depends on how
Yes.
long you want to hang out in the sewers.
we should do that.
It's
What do you
an
guys-
hour. You still have time in the day. If you want to spend an hour to rest, you can.
What do you guys
2d4
think?
plus 2 is the healing from a potion of healing. 2d4
Yeah, even if I'm
plus
maxed, I'm
2.
going to be pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're short
Let's-
resting.
Short rest?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. You can take a short rest here.
B's gonna tell you about the time that she did something really cool. No one has to listen, but this is her version of Song of Rest. So anyone who might be listening can gain an additional 1d6 during the short rest.
We have
After
to
they're
already
done. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think Gunnar's the only one who took damage, right? Everybody else is doing okay. So
Yeah, we're all
Fucking
kind of just sitting
coward.
around Gunnar as he's like suffering through like indigestion.
Come on, give me a good roll. All right. 14 and 7 is 21.
plus
And
a
was that-
d6 at some point.
Yeah, you get that extra d6.
Yeah, the d6
Yeah,
is when you're
yeah.
done spending your hit die.
Yeah.
Oh, is it at the very end? Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Okay. That's probably going to be it for me. 27 and 7 is 34. Plus good old B with her 1d6.
Listening to B's
Thank you
story.
for that I wasn't listening very hard.
I feel like it may not be B's story, but B might have given you an antacid, like a Tums, and he's like, I think you're gonna have some indigestion. Here, that'll help.
I'm actually going to spend the healing potion too. 2d4 plus 2.
Wow, you took a lot of damage.
Ah,
That
my
is
rolls have been.
that is supposed to be an
also-
easy encounter for level 5 PCs. It like doesn't even show up on the difficulty chart. It's
Yeah,
like, oh,
stop
that's just
showing
one
your legs.
ooze.
47 out of 55. Good to go.
Hey,
Okay, that's good.
All right. Yes. So you can head out deeper into the sewers. You've kind of got the idea what you're looking for. You can follow the flow. However, now it is actually starting to back up to the point where it's starting to cross over the walkways that you've been using. At first, you just see kind of little like depressions where the catwalk drops down a little bit will be covered, and they're only like a foot or so across that you can step over. But as you progress further and further along, you're realizing that it's getting wider and wider, and you're now at something that's about 3 feet across that you might need to jump.
I stay on my nose.
The walls like slimy, or are they like climbable? Like,
The
were they-
walls are wet with
Okay.
kind of condensation. It's underground. It's again well kept brick, so there aren't a whole lot of handholds, but you could try to use it to help a climbing check if you wanted.
What if I had like the pickaxe from an old adventure?
That would certainly make it easier.
Okay. Because it's starting to come up near our feet, right? We're losing the walkway.
Yeah, you would have to either so this is going to be like one check for like possibly a few kind of like small crossings
Oh.
where you're either going to want to jump it or climb across or use some kind of spell to make sure that you have an easy way to get by some smallish puddles.
B wants to take out the. She's got some old leather armor.
Mhm.
She wants to take a little bit and just like splash the tip of the shoulder pad into the muck,
Okay.
just to see what happens.
So if you're just dipping it in and not sending it anywhere or at anyone, you'll see flashes, you'll see color. The leather armor will, instead of being just like brown leather, it will now have a pattern of daisies.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Oh, that's nice.
but the inside is the pattern just on the
It's-
outside or on the inside too?
Coloring both sides. It's just patterned leather.
Okay, so B's trying to figure out whether she can make herself like high boots that might protect her, but she sees that the pattern is on both sides and she kind of abandons that idea.
I'm deciding what I want to do. Gunnar, can I borrow your walking stick? Or your quarterstaff?
I can rent it to you for a very reasonable price.
Very well. So I want to tie the two quarterstaffs to my.
Must be returned in same or better condition.
Can't promise that, Gunnar. You know that. But watch this. It's going to be awesome. I want to make
Price just went up.
stilts out of these two quarterstaffs.
Okay. Sure. Yep.
Do I reach the top when I do this? Is there anything to like hold on to as like support? height?
There wouldn't be like things particularly close together. Like there'd be pillars on the side and like a vaulting kind of pattern across. So you might be able to stabilize yourself every once in a while.
Ooh,
Sure.
But
Peter,
it's
I
not like
could-
there's rings hanging from the ceiling that you can just swing off of or things like that.
I might be able to help you, Peter. And Minos is gonna go to a corner and find a stray spider, and will whisper a very kind of similar incantation, and the bottom of his feet will glow. So I'm casting Spider Climb, and I'm going to walk on the wall and like be kind of like next to Peter as Peter's walking, like ready to catch like Peter if needed. I'm only here
Yeah,
if
that.
you need it.
Sure.
But you look really cool, Peter.
Sprocket, as Minos starts to walk up the wall, what do you do?
I will hold on for my life and tie my belt around a horn.
Okay.
Buckle up.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
Good.
But-
Make sure you're buckled in.
but I can also help with Peter as well stabilize since I'm right there.
Also reaching out.
Yeah, my little arms.
Okay, so Peter, I'm gonna get you to do an acrobatics check to stay up on your stilts, and I'm gonna give you advantage because you are being assisted by your compatriots.
I should have on this. I hope that it goes through properly.
Hey.
Yeah.
There you go. So you have no problem. You have generated some tools. It's not super deep, so with the quarter staves, you can actually stay out of the liquid after you kind of poke around in there. The staves themselves are undergoing a variety of changes. So they are, they're changing colors, they're changing patterns. Sometimes they're made out of living wood that starts to grow leaves.
Oh.
Sometimes they turn into like coiled springs and start bouncing along down the pathway. But you have no problem managing any of these changes, and you're good for a little while. So
Gotcha.
You've successfully navigated the next like few sequences. So that leaves B and Gunnar with plans. So again, imagine you don't have to splash your way down the middle the way Peter is. There is still a catwalk, but there are a few kind of little stretches that you can't just step across easily.
Gunnar splashes his way down the middle.
Can say, Gunnar, dear, do you mind being a gentleman and carrying me?
And
I
I
will
will,
definitely carry you straight down the middle.
and he will carry, if you want, he will carry you on his shoulders.
I mean, like in your arms is a bit more gentle, but I suppose yes.
I'm one size larger for determining carrying capacity and the weight that I can push, drag, or lift.
Perfect.
The weight.
Thus, you will have no problems.
Wait, is Gunnar about to step into the
Some
water?
problems, but I will power through.
Gunnar is about to step into the water. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minos will shout at Gunnar. No, Gunnar, don't do that. You don't know what crazy wizards are flushing down their toilets. It could be an auto death spell. You could auto die.
I just ate one. Nothing can kill me.
Oh,
Yeah, are you gonna
kill you
We
yet.
didn't check the ooze. We didn't check the ooze for items. Are you gonna have some pass out of you? We gotta watch for those.
It's very dangerous, Gunnar.
All right, Gunnar, I'm gonna get you to roll me 3 different D100s.
Very dangerous, Gunnar.
we'll apply them one at a time. So if something.
Oh, so just roll
particularly-
one?
Sure, roll one at a time.
Yeah.
You can revisit if you so desire. All right, so 27. You are accelerating. You can. Yeah. So you are splashing quickly down. Bits
Later,
of
losers.
magical
Good,
sewage are going
down.
all over the place. B, some of it splashes up on you. You like some of your clothes. are,
Oh
I guess,
no,
going
B.
Are there drugs in this?
Yeah,
Is there
performance enhancing
cocaine?
drug.
There's cocaine in the water.
It's an equi canal.
Okay, so yeah, first one, no big deal. If you were to cast any spells, you can cast them more rapidly, but that doesn't seem like a Gunnar thing.
And my speed is 40.
I might try and clean while Gunnar is running. Then casting prestidigitation.
I'm not running. I'm just moving quickly.
Yep. So second D100
Second.
as you zip your way down.
Aww.
I'm
28.
very happy about this.
Same
This is-
again. So a bow wave is splashing its way in front of Gunnar. And can I get B to do an acrobatics or athletics check to hold on?
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh my
Uh,
You're
gosh.
getting dunked like a Salem witch.
So you're a little distracted. You're trying to prestidigitate your clothes back clean, and Gunnar is just zooming away and may not notice whether his grip is loosening or not.
which is probably better here? Which is more appropriate?
Whichever you prefer. The DC is the same. You're either trying to cling on with for dear life, or you're trying to like find yourself a good hold and
I
balance.
feel like B's trying to hold on because he's just moving so quickly, even though this is the worst of the two.
That is not my shoulder.
so you fall straight into the liquid. So you will not be able to be carried for the rest of this, as Gunnar has left you behind. And I'm going to get you to roll a d100.
Oh no.
I do not take responsibility for this.
Oh, sorry.
Roll. Yeah.
It's that.
26.
Oh, it's
So
fine!
you're very lucky. You hit like a relatively straightforward bit of the sewer. Nothing too kind of reactive is appearing, but the resurfaces kind of like spluttering and splashing around with a large reptilian eye in the center of the forehead. So for an indeterminate amount of time, you now just have a third eye growing out of you. You have control over said eye, and it will give you advantage on perception checks that rely on sight.
B has
So
no
that's
idea.
good.
He has no idea it's there at
Yeah.
this current moment.
So yeah, for the moment, you might be blinking liquid out of the way or whatever, and you can splash your way back over to the catwalk, but you will have to do something to get yourself over one last small obstacle.
Same small.
And Gunnar, because you have just sped up so fast, you're just clearing your way through, and you're done. You're
Gunnar for the win! Recklessness!
Bee will kind of like get up out of the muck, and her hair will be all flat over her face, and she'll be like, "Well, I don't think there's anything happened to me, so I guess maybe it's not as dangerous as we thought." And
Gosh.
she'll.
It's perfectly safe in the water.
I mean, Gunnar turned it. Okay, well, and she'll just walk through the next one then.
Yep. So
Like,
if
try
you
to,
walk through the next one,
delicately tiptoe.
you get a D100 to roll.
Oh
And
gosh.
this will be the last one. This will be kind of like you blasting your way through everything else. B, you are no longer in the sewers.
Oh,
Holy shit! All right.
Of course.
So you step into a puddle, and suddenly everything around you turns ghostly, and you see I guess you still see the sewers, but
You see Elias?
can't kind of touch anything. You see Elias.
Oh my god!
You are dead.
Be more careful. You're doing really dangerous things. And then as soon as he says that, you blink back into existence in the sewers. And you're on the other side of the little puddle, and you can see Gunnar off in the distance in a relatively clear path to get to him. And Peter Post also starts wandering along on his stilts with Minos and Sprocket above on the ceiling. You all kind of gather your way up at the at what appears to be just a large confluence of all the different kind of sewers of all the city. So you've been walking for quite a ways. You've now reached what seems to be the edge of the city. Yep, go ahead.
Sorry, I kind of blipped out there for a sec.
Yes.
Am I just in the ether? Or am I in the under?
So, yeah, you were in the astral plane very temporarily, and are now back. So just a quick in and out. You were literally only gone for long enough for Elias to give you a warning. And
She'll be like, when as soon as she blips back, she'll be like, "Wait, who are you again?"
Oh wow! Triggered. He's a ghost at the start of every one of those intro videos we have.
Honestly, thought you killed another character.
I mean, they were running into like wild magic rivers, man. That's scary stuff.
Most of them are not bad. Some of them are bad, but most of them are not. So you're usually okay.
It wasn't an irresponsible decision. It was just somewhat an irresponsible decision.
Okay, so you are, at this big confluence. It's a much larger space now, at least kind of like 50, 60 feet across. Clearly, this is where everything has been blocked up because all of the flow is coming to here and then starting to kind of overflow everything in the area. And you actually see at the kind of far end of this space, the exit, where the sewers would just kind of leave out into town and dump off into a canyon or a crevasse of some sort. And there's something blocking the way, but it's again kind of 50 feet away. It is kind of hard to see exactly what it is from here. It is kind of late afternoon. The sun is setting, and you can see that out through the exit.
Hey, anyone got some Drano? Sorry, Jen, I cut you off.
Oh, it wasn't a good joke. I just said, B, what does your third eye see?
So you can see it. There is a very large eye in B's face.
Oh my goodness.
Unless your bangs are covering it or something, but
I think at this point it'll have like she'll like do her hair back, but so everyone can see it. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Do I need to reapply? Like what?
You know when you said it was somewhat irresponsible to go in the river? Well, I think right now.
I mean, I didn't think so.
Well, you'll just have to spend a little bit more on eye makeup, so that's okay.
I don't. I mean, sure, just because it washed off, right?
B, darling, if there's any time for bangs, now is the time.
Minos
I don't think I could pull those off.
Yeah.
You could.
I don't
pocket
think
mirror
so.
or something, Minos would try to like show you the eye.
I guess now's as good a time as any to try, and she'll like just flip her hair, like try to like cut herself into bangs. Or wait, I don't know if she has a hat or a hood, but she's sure. Yeah, that's what she'll do.
Okay, now do we have to solve what the actual quest is?
No, this is important. You need to figure out what you're doing.
So what is it that we see? We just see like an unidentified.
Yeah, so at the far end of the room, there is like clearly an exit that would be 20, 30 feet across in a big chamber, and clearly the liquid is building up and it's sort of slowly flowing over the top of some kind of obstruction that stretches the whole length of the exit. But it's hard to see from here exactly what's going on. You're a little ways off.
Yeah, and all the water or funky stuff is all around it, right? Like splashing over it, I guess.
Exactly. The ceiling has gotten taller, and the stilts are starting to kind of bend and flex and make weird smoking noises. They're magic. That's how you can tell they're smoking noises. It's really weird.
Since I'm
is there anything else in the
climbing, I'm
room?
going to specifically be keeping an eye out for any more black puddings on the ceiling. Just in case.
But not
fair.
white puddings or yellow puddings.
Yeah,
Just
so
black
you don't
ones.
see anything down kind of the major pathways that you
Okay.
can go down.
It's not that kind of neighborhood.
Gunnar will go up to the obstruction and try and yank it off.
Okay, so do one more D100 roll as you kind of push your way through all this liquid.
Come on.
How big is this thing?
Ooh, a
86,
new
we're at
number.
a different part. Okay, so you guys see.
Uh-oh. Good or bad, good or
Polymorphs
bad.
into
Is it?
something.
Okay, so there are now 4 Gunnars all pushing against the obstruction.
Amazing! I love wild magic! This is the best day of my
We
life!
should bottle some of this shit up. Ew, but there's actual shit, so maybe not.
So Gunnar, you are under the effect of mirror image as the spell.
Oh.
So
They're
the
fake
other
trees.
Gunnars are not actually doing anything to anything, but they are duplicates of you.
So they're more like the rest of this party. Okay.
Yeah. So now that you're up close to the obstruction, you see that it is a dam. Like literally a pile of kind of wood that is smoldering away, along with some sort of like bits of magical wands and staffs, some like parts of an iron fence, a wide variety of kind of detritus, all kind of like stacked against one another to block off this space.
Gunnar's gonna try and start pulling any pieces off that he can.
Yeah.
If they're not too.
Yeah. Do an
Okay.
athletics check.
Sure.
Can Minos
How
I know
long
how
has
to
it
do
been?
that.
Sorry.
How long's it been? Because I guess my inspiration would have worn off. We did a short rest. Never mind.
Yes. Okay. So Gunnar, you
We go.
you find
I
a loose spot in the dam. You start to move a bunch of things, and you can
Loose
see
now.
that you're making a bit of progress. It's a very large construction, so that's not enough to clear it all the way out. But it does seem like that's a feasible way to.
Or maybe if I
take
had
out
some
this thing.
fucking help.
There's
Yep.
3 other ones of you.
So while that's happening, that takes you a bit of time. So other people, you have some options in terms, or if you wish to do something else. You see Gunnar's over there. He may or may not have told you what was going on, but there are 4 copies of Gunnar lifting sticks and stuff and throwing them over the edge.
So, sorry, Minos would just like to take
Doing the job.
a look around the catwalk, just around the area to see if there's been like recent movement, recent activity tracks, something of like something else that was here, an indication of
Sure.
sorts, I guess.
Do an investigation check.
Okay. I
Alright,
think I
so
found
unfortunately-
something to solve this case wide open.
There's
Not
a
enough
very
eyes.
intriguing puddle of strange magical sludge that you want to
Drink
put your
it.
finger into.
Yeah, I
but,
think
Drink
there's
it.
something
Do it.
in here. Something in here, guys.
yeah, nothing springs to mind. You don't find anything particularly obvious.
Okay, I'll be distracted by that puddle for a bit, I guess, thinking that it's the answer.
Anyone else?
Is Gunnar
It's like-
currently standing in front of the dam that's like holding all the water?
Oh,
That is a good question.
totally.
Are you
Yeah.
immersed in the liquid? Yeah. Okay.
100%.
Okay. Gunnar, whatever you would do as I start to do this, let me know. But I'm going to attempt to go up to you and like start tying a rope around your waist and start pulling it over to a wall just to secure it in case like the water. I don't explain that part though, so I guess you don't know exactly why I'm doing this. So I'm going to
No.
approach you and start trying to tie a rope around your waist.
So are you wading through the liquid to get to him?
Oh, you have to go through the
Ooh.
Yes,
Yes.
he's on the other side of the room, and the room is currently
Do it.
flooded. Even
Do
though the flow is kind of improving a little bit as Gunnar makes progress, it's still full of sludge.
and my stilts are no longer.
Your
Same.
stilts are no longer the quarter staves that they once were, and will
Okay.
probably not.
Would you say they're like an 8th stave or 10th?
In that case, I'm gonna try to lasso him
Okay.
from the distance.
Sure. It's
the
it's
cow?
quite a ways away. So do range attack roll at disadvantage. You've got
Do I
50 feet
also-
of rope.
I also need to like. What's the thing about? There's 4 of them, so do I have to like
Oh,
guess?
yeah.
Oh, you will have to figure out which one is the
Oh
correct
my
one.
gosh,
That's- the
right.
mirror image has been cast.
Okay. In that case, I'll say. Oh, what would Gunnar respond to? I've been like, Gunnar's not the strongest. Does one of them respond?
All 4 of them do.
Damn it.
Because they mirror my.
yeah,
Tragic.
your actions and such.
That didn't quite work out. Now you're just gonna mad Gunnar. I'll
Gunnar will
A setter one, I guess. Sorry,
Choke
what did
back
what
a
did I
tear.
roll this?
So roll a ranged attack roll at disadvantage.
Sure. I think it's a check dex then?
I guess it technically you're still proficient with kind of stuff as a paladin, so you can add proficiency mod and you can add dex.
Okay. This will just be just +3 to that.
Okay, so that does not hit Gunnar's AC, I assume.
I'm a 16. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
doesn't hit.
Yeah. Okay. Nor would it hit a duplicate's AC, so you're in no danger of accidentally poofing a duplicate. Your lasso falls into the sludge.
Well, that
And-
was fun.
just toss
kind
your
of
rope
just
in the
is
river.
Immediately, yeah, it immediately turns into a snake and swims off.
Oh.
Could I cast Mage Hand on the lasso to like put it over top of one of them?
So much better.
That is a lot better. Do initiative checks, both of you, and if Sprocket wins, you will be able to react.
I don't know. I feel like taking things that Peter has and ruining them is a DM tradition.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
No, that was perfect. Also, I can't spell initiative. There it is.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Ooh, that's good.
That's
Come on, come on.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm taking so long.
Is it literally like exclamation check initiative? Cool.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so Rocket, you are paying attention. You're quick enough that you can get your mage hand over to guide the lasso around one of the Gunnars. Roll a d20 to see which one you hit.
Take the real one.
Do it.
Oh, that's probably not good.
That actually works. Gunnar, a rope is now around your neck.
Oh.
His hands are moving around. He's like carrying a bunch of sticks. There's a mage hand draping a rope around your shoulders.
Okay.
Exactly where I'm into.
Feel it.
Like
He's
you
focused.
can guide it in carefully, but he is picking up a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
right? So-
Peter's like, I'm gonna
Just
laugh
for
though,
emergency.
and we're like, that's a noose, Peter. That's a noose.
Potato, potato.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Um,
yes. So Gunnar is secured. There is a rope that is
Secured.
you're at the very end of the rope, but you can kind of hold on to it from where you are.
I can recover my body for burial in the land of my ancestors.
I mean, while this is all going on, B's going to try and look for something that might be able to undo or cover up this third eye that she's trying to pretend doesn't exist.
Sure. Yep. So check out your own bags or other people's bags, I guess.
Oh no, she's looking in the environment.
Oh,
for,
okay.
like,
Looking around.
any-
Yeah, you can also do an investigation check.
12.
Okay. You find like a hood, like like the hoods that they would put over falcons,
Oh,
but large enough to fit a medium-sized creature. So it's like a kind of like a leather hood. It's just sort of like
Oh.
washed up. You're not sure what exactly it would be going over. Clearly not, or at least not a regular sized falcon. But it could be trimmed to kind of like open up the regular eyes, and then it would cover over your forehead.
Okay, so it's going to look like what RuPaul had on for the
Yeah!
like the luchador mask.
You need a full
But-
Daft Punk helmet.
Okay, she'll fish it out of the water and kind of take a closer look at it.
Yeah, sure. You will also find a miscellaneous scroll of some sort, and I'll figure out what it is later.
Ooh.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
she'll
just-
grab that for
Yeah.
as the current resident magic user of the group.
Oh, that's not
Wow.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
not very fair. I don't think. Both me and Rocket also use magic. So does Peter.
But you guys can actually do damage outside of magic.
Magic user and a paper wielder. Therefore,
I mean, what is magic if not words?
There you go.
Oh.
Aren't you pulling at things? Gunnar, how are you doing over there? Do you need a little assistance? A juice box, cookie?
Yeah, so
No.
Gunnar, you've been doing stuff for a little while. Roll a D100 since
The
you're
only
still
one that's
immersed in all
working?
of this liquid. And yes, since no one else is helping you, it's taking a little bit of time. On a 92, nothing seems to happen.
go on.
Let me check this spell. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, you feel immortal.
Oh.
No net
Is-
change.
This
there any different?
reinforcing
No,
the
so
wrong behavior.
Gunnar still feels good. You're good. So you now have so for the next little bit you have following effect.
What the
And-
shit?
Oh,
reincarnate,
so
though.
the noose was not a
Reincarnate,
bad
not
idea.
resurrect.
Yeah, that's. I could become the snake that swam away.
No, see, 5e doesn't do that. 5e, you come
Oh.
back as a humanoid.
A human?
It's just
Oh, okay.
it's like all forms of like PC races.
Gotcha,
Unfortunately,
gotcha.
so you can't get turned into a badger or whatever. But yes, so you are still gaining power from all of this magical sludge that you're hanging out in, and you can do another athletics check if you're interested.
I am so interested. Come on, you big pala. Aw.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, there's not a lot stopping you from just kind of hucking your way around at things here. So you are making some progress, and if anyone else has anything they want to do, now is a good time. Otherwise, it looks like we have our plan of letting Gunnar sit in the water and like hack his way through
And
the.
it's similar to the
It
black
just
pudding
makes him stronger.
plan.
I mean, Minos is not concerned anymore. He's faster.
My
There's
favorite-
more of him. He's invincible.
can I reach the pile with the quarterstaff? Because if so, I will poke the pile.
No, it is 50 feet away. You are an entire rope away from Gunnar. You are all an entire rope away from Gunnar.
It's not that he needs your help, it's that he wants you to want to help.
See, guys, the water's fine. Nothing happened in the water. Everything's totally normal.
It is just water, you babies.
B is being completely denying the fact that anything has changed on her person.
Okay, yeah, but if it sounds like everyone's happy with kind of business as is, Gunnar, I'm gonna get you to roll twice more since no one else is helping you. On a D100. We'll have a couple more effects, and you will be making great progress at clearing through this.
I made him a noose, okay? What more do you want?
Oh my
I feel like
god.
100 has to be something.
Interestingly enough, it's not. 100 is just you.
no.
It's all right. You know what? 100 is now roll twice on the table because
Yeah.
something.
It's a roll
More
twice.
wild magic.
Yeah. Roll twice.
Okay.
I love wild magic.
7 and 34.
Seven's
All
new.
right. There we go. 7 is new. 7's the good one. How much health have you got?
So much.
Because
Why?
you rolled both of those on the same thing. Hang on.
You tell me how much health I.
Stand
You're taking
by.
it. I'll tell you how much. I have 47.
Okay.
See, guys, nothing bad happens.
You have 47, eh?
Yep.
So a fireball goes off
Oh.
as the room is charged for maximum spell damage. And Gunnar, you are immolated along with the entirety of the dam.
Okay.
And you take 48 points of fire damage.
What's that?
Pull him in.
It's
48?
Yes, it is maximized. So those two rolls are cast fireball on self and maximize spell damage.
Sorry. So are you rolling 4d8 or is it 48 the number?
48 the number fire damage.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
You dead. Oh, can you react and block somebody?
I do have a reaction. Reduce damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 3.
Oh, from being the Goliath. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, go for it. So, yep, it is because that is maximum damage on the fireball.
Come on.
Oh, wait, is the fireball? Fireball is a 3rd level spell naturally. Yeah, it's not an upgraded one. Yes. Okay, so you take 44 fire damage.
Fuck. I love this.
So I have 44 damage.
44 fire damage.
Yeah. So I have 3 hit points left.
Yes, you do. And now that you have destroyed this dam in such a spectacular fashion, you hear chittering noises coming from the other side of where the dam was.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, my friends.
So
Join
because
me.
there is a rope attached to Gunnar, I'm assuming you guys have been paying attention, and despite the kind of spectacular nature of what's going on, you're still
The
holding
rope
the rope.
didn't burn off.
I was gonna say, yeah, that rope.
You're good. For ropes being held by PCs are particularly effective. Don't ask why.
Damn it.
That's like in the game rules, right? Like it literally says fireball ignites flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried.
Oh,
So, like
interesting.
because you are holding on to it,
And
as a
I'm kind of
PC,
wearing it.
and you are kind of wearing it. Yes. So the rope is magically okay. Don't ask why.
My face took the brunt of the hit.
But you are now,
Mark
sort
it
of
with your
floating in a wash of sludge and a pair of
Crispy sludge.
giant beavers
Oh,
that are
giant
bright
beavers.
purple come up behind you, chittering angrily. And I think we will end it there for the night.
okay.
As
Wow.
Gunnar may take a nap for the next session.
Does this mean someone will finally watch the epic film Zombievers with me? Oh, I think it'd be a good group bonding experience.
Preparation for the next episode.
It's on Prime Video.
Yes. So you have successfully completed the task set to you. But
No. There's no we. There's
Gunnar has
absolutely no we.
Gunnar has carried the team on his back, so in some cases literally.
Not
Yeah,
very
Yeah,
about
but
well.
these
100
beavers will
points of damage
recreate
this-
the dam,
this
so you know
session.
it's not. He didn't finish all the work yet.
Holy shit, 3 hit points.
I knew you were gonna roll fireball eventually. It's just a matter of when.
Good.
Yeah. Wait for it.
This is the top of the roller coaster. Awesome. So that's the end of part 1 of Matt's adventure. So a reminder to our viewers and our player DMs that we will be taking our break week next week due to availability reasons, and we will be back 2 weeks from now with part 2 of Matt's adventure. So thank you to the viewers, thank you to the players, thank you to YouTube, and have a great night.
It's
Sorry,
good I'm
Tim.
going to be knocked out, because I'm going to be absent.
Yes, conveniently, you could just be knocked out for the next little bit.
Nice.
We'll carry you on the
And then we
stretcher
will-
for the rest of the
but
adventure.
Yeah, we'll put you in the wagon with Iron John,
We-
and you can just rest up after.
Exactly.
That's
Also,
everything.
that's
So-
how you take magic fire damage and don't die from it, Evan. So, I don't know.
I don't understand it.
I
What do
know.
you-
I don't
I
know what
really
it
don't
is with
understand
Matt
this.
and killing PCs, but that is the real
I don't love the
tradition.
game.
He didn't even go to 0.
I didn't even go to 0. You let me take a short rest. I was good.
Exactly. I kind of figured he would need the short rest, so we got one.
All right, thanks for watching.